Hello everyone, it's Metal Monster here today, and I want to do a video about the Bethesda Starfield showcase. So this is what I'm expecting from it. So firstly, they will talk about the people working on Starfield. They'll discuss roles and stuff like that, and what they put in and how great of an effort it was to accomplish the magnitude of Starfield. That's what I think will be like the first section, because if you think about it, that's what happened when they revealed Fallout 4. They did like these interview with people and stuff like that during a big showcase of the game, and then I think it will go on to showing the beginning of Starfield. So it will be like, who are you playing as? What are you doing at the start of the game? And revealing tidbits of the story. And then I think it will also sort of then jump to like a sequence down the line. So it'll show you space travel, so sort of taking off from a planet and then landing in another planet. And then it will also show you some like probably side quests like it did at I think it was like the E3 reveal of Starfield. And they do like another sort of sequence of that, but it'll be more in depth. It'll be more about showing you how you can talk to NPCs. So it'll show you dialogue options and what you can say, and all the sort of skills kind of things. Like, oh, say this if you have X amount in guns and stuff like that. And I think it'll do that. And then it'll also sort of go into sort of a settlement system kind of interactions and stuff. So how that works and sort of placing it from like the player's point of view. And then it'd be like, look, we can switch to this other camera and you can build it that way. Hopefully, I'm hoping you could do a top-down sort of settlement kind of like, a bit like Skylines, City Skylines kind of way. But not as, it won't be as such of involved with that. And then I think from that we'll probably have a look at, we'll see dynamic sort of settlement system and interactions with characters and stuff like that, and we'll definitely see a deeper sort of characters and companions sort of look. So it will reveal more companions, I feel. Either it'll focus more on Vasco, the robot companion, or it'll hopefully introduce like, see, we're not just got just robot companions. Here's like one of the main companions you'll be with, hopefully. And then we'll see more footage of concept art. Maybe that be with the introducing of like people who are working on Starfield. So we'll see some concept art at the initial beginning and stuff like that. And then we'll really sort of get into like the main game loop, I guess. That's what you would call it. So it's like, what do you do? So you'll see footage of going to different planets and building like settlement system, like sort of mining facilities and all that stuff kind of thing to gain resources and sort of build up your ship and all that stuff. I imagine that'll be the sort of game loop that you have, like getting people settled, I think, like helping with research into these mysterious rings or whatever, like artifacts that we seem to be finding of this civilizations that's just disappeared and not around anymore. So more to do with that system. And then I think it will sort of be a voiced over by like Todd Howard, but then you'll also see a sort of character talking and stuff like that. And I think that'll be really sort of very interesting and something I just really want to see. I just want to see how this game will be. How will you play this game? What's your main motivations? It sounds like it's been from the concept of you're with constellations and you're sort of looking into these artifacts, but at the same time you can enjoy these factions like the Crimson Fleet or these ranger looking guys and a collective of some sort. I think it was like Freestar Collective or something like that. And I think we need to see what they stand for and stuff. I know we've had like tidbits from like the initial reveal kind of gameplay and stuff, but we need more in depth. Like, what are these people about? Like, who's the bad guy, who's the good guy, and who's the middle guy? That's, it's kind of okay. Sort of kind of like New Vegas had, if you think about it. Like you need to see the drawbacks and the sort of who's good and who's bad. I reckon it will be about half an hour to 45 minutes long of all this footage. I think it will probably ease a lot of people's concerns, sort of, people will be like, oh, so that's what we're doing in the game. So that's our main objective. It's not that. I just hope it's not like a life or death kind of situation for your character, because it'd be like, oh yeah, I need to fix this, that's wrong with me. Let me just do a bunch of side quests now, kind of thing, and build some, settlements and do a lot of missions for other people, and then I'll sort myself out. I'd rather hopefully it's just, let's research this thing with the Freestar Collectors, or you can go and join the Rangers or whatever and bring justice to the to the Crimson Fleet and stuff like that. I definitely like that. And then sort of the main quest is with the constellations kind of people investigating this thing. So I do think that the main quest is going to be main around these artifacts. Clearly, I think that's what we've seen from it. But it's sort of investigating what's that. There's got to be some sort of link between you and the artifacts, that you're the only one who can properly understand visions that you get, maybe. So you're a big part of it, hopefully. And you may get some enhanced abilities from that, maybe, that they haven't revealed yet, or something like the Dovahkiin and Dragonborn, but more of like, oh, you can interact with the technology better, so you can get better weapons, better armor, and all that stuff. So there's your initiative to actually go along with these constellation people just to better yourself. Overall, it will probably ease a lot of people's concerns. I think from like some rumors I heard, not I don't take it with a pinch of salt and stuff, that there's going to be some performance issues when it comes to sort of running on Xbox and Series X and S and stuff like that. But if you've got a beefed up PC, I think it'll be fairly fine, I reckon. I think we'd also get a release date. I want it as soon as possible because I'm really excited for Starfield, and I want to play a cool space game that's a bit it looks grounded in sort of our reality, because it looks very NASA like not cyberpunk, but very NASA kind of looking and stuff like that. So I think it'd be really cool. But yeah. And the release date, I want it to come out the 3rd of the 3rd, 23, because it sounds cool, doesn't it? 3rd of the 3rd, 23rd, whereas like people are seeing like, oh, they think it's going to be released in June, so like the 6th of the 6th, 23, whereas I think the 3rd of the 3rd, 23 sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I want March, but I don't think we're getting March. So yeah, let's end the video now. So if you like this video, and you can like and then subscribe. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting from Bethesda. Seriously, I'm expecting a whole bunch of gameplay details, deep dives into things, and just explaining what this game is actually about. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.